Welcome back to another Parable podcast. How y'all guys doing today, man? I am like, I don't even know how to describe how much I really appreciate everyone. Everyone who's supporting, everyone who's liking, who's sharing, everyone who's participating in the Parable tour. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, like, one thing I'm gonna say is you can't always I'm sorry. I'm at a loss for words because challenges happen, right? And we're going to talk today about challenges happening, but you can't always you plan something and you expect it to go smoothly. However, challenges happen. And unfortunately, challenges did happen with this parable tour because we're doing some phenomenal work. We're doing some amazing things, guys. Like, I'm telling you, we were so blessed last week, and the enemy don't like that. However, as God would have it, there's always solutions. So we had a phenomenal episode this week, and I never expected it to happen like that, but it was just amazing. And man, I'm happy. I'm excited, and I'm grateful for everyone who just supports so much. I love y'all. I can't explain how much I'm so grateful for y'all. And whatever you want to do, um, like, share, subscribe. So let's get into today's episode. Let me stop ranting. So today I actually want to talk about challenges. Um, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I remember, right, in college, right? So I remember I was in college and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. I'm a nursing major at this point, and I'm just like, bro, I don't want to be a nurse, but I don't know what I actually want to be in life, right? So we go on this whole journey, and on this journey, I say I want to be a biomedical engineer because the field is actually extremely broad. Now looking back, that was like I don't even know how many years that ago that was. That was like maybe like 5, 6 years ago. Was that 2018? Yeah, no, 2017, 2018. So like about 5, 6 years ago, right? So literally, I finally come across that, and then like my whole life pivots, right? And like my where I'm trying to go with my education and my career pivots. So I'm like, I'm gonna go in back to being a bio major because that's what I started off in college as. And I just did it because I always did biology. I kind of went to school. I only went to school for music. Like I literally only went to my undergrad just for the marching band. And I was in marching band for all of literally all of a month. And it's okay. So I switched back to bio because biomedical engineering, and they don't have a mechanical engineering at my school, and minor in engineering wasn't really feasible for me. So I go back to being a bio major. However, because I switched majors, nursing majors aren't required to take the same kind of courses as bio majors or the same level of courses. So I took chemistry 101, and I don't think I took 102. No, I just took chemistry 101, like the one that anybody takes. And I don't know why they make nurses take that because nurses need to know a little bit more than that. But it's okay. But it didn't qualify for the bio degree, so I had to start over in chemistry. And I had to like kind of play catch up and stuff like that. And it's like it's with biology courses, with science courses, right? And I think it's with most majors. Is like there's a sequence of the courses that you have to take in a certain particular order. And me being behind, I told myself, bro, I'm graduating in 4 years. I am not going to spend an extra semester at this school. I'm done. 4 years, not four and a half, just four. Right. So, what I had to do, I sat down. I'm like, yo, this is going to require some effort. Like, I took a summer course when I wasn't supposed to. My internship said, don't take no courses, don't work no job. I took a summer course and I got an A and some winter courses. One was an A, one was a C. But like I literally made out this whole spreadsheet, right? Of all the classes I had to take over the next 4 semesters. Yeah, over the next 4 semesters, including summers is more than that, but 4 major semesters to graduate by spring 2020. And I literally made a list of classes. And I even did classes I wanted to take over and stuff like that, but that's neither here nor there. So, with that being said, I had a game plan. I literally had a game plan, and I had a success formula and everything like that. And even while I'm doing the classes, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get into this internship and I'm going to do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I gotta do in order to graduate on time, be able to get into graduate school, all those things. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I really made a solid plan on how to do that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Um, and I could skip to yeah, I could skip to the end. I graduated on time, right? I graduated on time. However, there was nothing short of challenges during along the way. Cause along the way there was distractions. Along the way, I wanted to major like I wanted to minor in entrepreneurship and I wanted to get that minor because I'm so interested in business. So I'm doing businesses on the side and those kind of things. If you knew me in college, you know I did a couple multi-level marketing, network marketing businesses as well as like freelance side businesses and stuff like that. I started trading Forex. I did multiple things. So I was like trying to incorporate that into the game plan as well. Um, I was president of two organizations at the same time. I was a mentor. I was very involved in church. I was a leader, musician. I'm like, I did a lot. Like, and it was all attached to the overall game plan of this big goal to graduate in 4 years, right? And with that being said, like some of those things I will admit, those things were distractions. And with those distractions came challenges because it took my time. So I got burnt out a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I got to a point where I just couldn't study no more. And I said, whatever grade I get is the grade I get because I can't do this no more. I remember one semester, right? So December 2018, right? Unfortunately, my grandmother passed. And they because like people used to go back home in December, and I was about to go back to Nigeria that December. I was like, okay, I want to go, those kind of things, everything like that. And they're like, okay, they're prepping for me to go because I said, I still want to go. I want to learn more about my country. I want to go every year, that kind of stuff, just be more active. And then she passes. And because she passes, like, it makes no sense for me to go before my parents go because my parents are going to go. The funeral wasn't until the end of January. Spring semester already starts by then, right? So out of all my siblings, I was the only one that was available to go with my parents, and I'm the first son. So understanding in a lot of African cultures that the first son kind of carries on the legacy of the family. And like, so I'm going representing my other siblings because I am the legacy carrier after my dad. Um, so because of that, I had to miss a month of school. I literally had to miss a month of school, not a month in the middle of the semester, not even a month at the end of the semester. I missed a month at the beginning of the semester. Um, and I took 21 credits that semester. I literally packed it on. I remember, and it wasn't like I was taking some like intro to geometry. I don't even know what to call it. But I remember I was taking calculus at the time. I was taking physics at the time, physics lab. I was taking, I think, honors general chemistry two. No, yeah, honors general chemistry two in the lab. I was also taking a research class at the same time. I was also taking accounting at the same time. So it was like I really didn't have any classes that were like, oh, easy like giveaways. Like every class required work, and then I'm not a business major, so I'm learning accounting. This is my first like technical business class, and I gotta learn that and stuff like that. And I gotta go cross campus after class. Like I had classes from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., bro, Monday through Friday, and it was crazy. And bro, it was a challenge. And then at the same time, I'm still president of these organizations. I know I drew this story out so long, but the thing I wanted to hone in on is like that journey. Like I had that game plan. I even had like game plans for the distractions or the other things I wanted to add it on that weren't the priority, the secondary things. But it was nothing short of challenges, bro. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like I remember I would sit it up in my shower when that semester came through, right? I would sit up in my shower and I would cry. I'm like, yo, God, why am I going through this? Is it my fault my grandmother died? Because all my other professors were okay, except my calculus professor. He was not cool with me missing school for a month. And he's like, oh, you gotta go talk to the people and stuff like that. And so I couldn't get an appointment till Monday. So I didn't come to class for the rest of that week till Monday. And then I had to miss class again that weekend, that Friday, because I went to a conference that Friday when I got back. And he just wasn't having it. And I'm just like, bro, like I was one of my first encounters with like the politics with school and stuff like that. Cause it's a lot of politics. And it was just crazy, bro. Like, but all that to say is just like the challenges were literally coming left, right, center. If it wasn't a challenge in school, it's a challenge in church. It wasn't a challenge in church, it's a challenge in finances. It wasn't a challenge in finances. The business, the like one of the businesses that I was trying to do, like I was like investing into, the thing crashed. Like, not even it crashed, it was a scam. Imagine like if you knew me back then, you're like, oh, he's promoting the stuff, all that stuff, and I'm getting people to sign up. People lost money because of me, and I had to pay people back out of my own pocket. I literally remember, like, bro, one of my bros, and rest in peace to him, bro. But I had to pay him back out of my pocket because he lost money and he didn't want to take the risk. He's like, bro, if what if I lose this money? It's not, and it's not a good business strategy. But it's like, bro, I'm so confident in this. If you lose money, I got you. I give it back out my own pockets. And lo and behold, we ended up losing that money. So I had to make a payment plan and pay people back out my own pocket. I had to pay one of my friend's grandmothers back. Like, it was just like, imagine all that, and you're still trying to graduate within that 4-year time frame. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to do like, and I'm not just trying to graduate, I'm trying to graduate with a high GPA. That's another wild card. My GPA wasn't that great. When I started on this journey, my GPA was like a 2.8 overall, maybe. I'm trying to get into graduate school. I need my GPA to be on point. I need my GPA to be at the next level. I need to be competitive to get into graduate school. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even trying to go to like master's degree. I'm trying to get into a PhD program, and like, you understand, like I got to do that, and then I had to do research at the same time. Like, I had to do research at the same time, and I'm not gonna lie, bro, it was hard. Like, I'm thinking about this now, and it was so hard getting through that. But by the grace of God, I got through that. I got the research done. I got into the PhD program, but it was nothing short of challenges. And I guess I'm really just talking to myself right now. You guys, I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad you guys are listening, but I'm really just Book is talking to Book right now. Um, because I realized that when the Bible says, rejoice when you encounter trials and tribulations, right? Because it produces patience in you and endurance in you. It's like, and it says, let it patience perfect is work in you. You know what I'm saying? And another translation talks about spiritual maturity, bring you to spiritual maturity. Um, and it's like, bro, I lie to you not. Those seasons, I heavily relied on God. Because the things like, oh yeah, like sometimes I really like I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes in the future I'm like, bro, why is this stuff right here? Why is life so hard right now? Like back then I did it though. I got through the classes, I passed the courses, I graduated on time, I got into the PhD program. So why is this thing hard for me? But I forgot it was really God who got me through. It was really God who got me through. Like if you ask me, bro, how did you do all of that? Bro, it was God. Because I really can't sit up and tell you I was so I had the greatest work ethic with studying. No, I barely studied. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really have time to study. I did 1,001 things. I didn't, bro, my electric bill, they said you're home from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. I'm like, yeah, that's it. I'm out the rest of the day. Like, bro, and then I had challenges, like there's challenges in my family all at the same time. Like, bro, like if I can't even get into how much challenges happen in that season. And it's like as I'm really sitting here, it's like, yo, sometimes when you embark on the journey, like we come up with the plan. You do your SWOT analysis if you're doing a business. You put the strategy together, you set up the system, you build the structure, and then challenges still happen anyways. The crazy thing is Jesus actually guaranteed us challenges. And sometimes it's, why am I complaining when I know and I've been here before that when I go along this road that I'm called to, there's a challenge that's gonna come up. But I gotta remember that I've been equipped for this challenge. I gotta remember that God is with me in this challenge. And the Holy Spirit power is backing me in this challenge. Because I will tell you, I saw uncommon favor during this journey. During that semester, right, where I have a bro, I lied to you not, that 21 credit semester, At midterms, I went to Cali. I'm like, bro, I'm unenrolled for this week. I'm not thinking about school or nothing. I checked my grades, bro. I had an F. I literally had an F. I had no A's. I had two D's, an F, C. I mean, like one, maybe like a B. I think I had one B on that jump. One, maybe. I don't know. And it's just like it was terrible. Like I calculated my GPA. GPA would have been a 1.8 at that point. I finished that semester with a 3.38. Not because I was that good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't that good. I didn't get to study that much, all that stuff, but uncommon favor hit me. One of my professors came in the room, right? He said, I ain't never done this before. He said, but I'm gonna let you retake your exams. So exams, I wasn't there for the classes for exams. I didn't really get time to study for that. I had to catch up and take because I missed a month of school. I literally came back right before midterms. So it's like I missed the first exams, and then I gotta take midterms, and I'm like, I'm not even cut up with studying and all that stuff. So it's just like, yo, I come back. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna let y'all retake your exams. So not only did he let us study and retake the exams, he also curved the exams at the same time. I'm like, whoa, bro. That course, I had an F at midterm. I finished with the A. And the crazy thing is, I didn't even have an A on my blackboard or canvas. I forgot which one we were using at the time. I literally had an 82, but he gave me an A. You can't tell me that wasn't favor. Because literally, I didn't get what I deserved, but I got grace. I got gifted an A. It was favor. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I still got into a PhD program. My final GPA was a 3.325. Not that competitive. It's like it's decent. It's not that competitive. And I went to an HBCU. So you know how in the when they weigh things, they don't weigh it according to the scale of what school I went to because we didn't have a plus and minus system. I went to a school with a plus and minus system for graduate school. So it's just like if they weighed it, it may not have even been a 3.325. But I still got in favor. So the thing is like I think I'm gonna say it like this, and this is just I just think it's Holy Spirit. I think we get so flustered when challenges hits us along the path because we look at our own strength to overcome the challenge, and we forget who sent us on the journey in the first place. Like I really think because when we face a challenge, we get frantic, we panic, we get anxiety attacks because we're looking at our own strength. Like, yo, I had this perfect plan, and my perfect plan isn't so perfect and I know I'm supposed to be on this path, so why am I running into this? But we forget that challenges are gonna happen because if you're walking in purpose, if you're doing things that God has called you to do, if you're taking the steps toward the vision, you will face opposition because opposition doesn't want like you understand what you has impact. What you're doing is going to change people's lives. The powers that be do not want people's lives changing. I'm not talking about the white man, I'm talking about the enemy. Enemy doesn't want people's lives changed. Enemy wants people more broken. Enemy wants more people in bondage. Enemy wants more people disenfranchised, not having resources, not changing the world, not making impact, not empowered. The enemy doesn't want that. He wants it to keep getting worse and worse. And what you're doing, what you're called to, is to bring a solution to the earth and change lives. So if you're out here going to change lives with your plan, with your path, with what you're doing, you're going to run into challenges. But you got to understand the person who sent you on the challenge, the person who sent you on the path already factored in the challenge. He foreknew. He already knew. He knows the end from the beginning. He didn't tell us the challenge was on the path, but he told us that we would have challenges. Why? Because when we get to the challenge, we can't rely on our plan. We can't rely on our preparation. We can't rely on our system. We have to lean on him even more. So not only did I have to lean on him to get the plan, not only did I have to lean on him for the strength to go down the path, I have to also lean on him even more when I now face the challenge. And what happens is those challenges, those trials and tribulations, they test our hearts. Because the thing is, like, I'm gonna tell you like this. Michael Jordan, do you see Michael Jordan flustered in the middle of the game? Like he's scared that this team is going to lock him up and he's not going to score. No, he never does that. Why? Because he know who he is and what he carries. He already knows what he's about. Like, forget Michael Jordan. Let's talk about Kobe because you know Kobe's mentality was ridiculous. So you understand, like he already knew what was up in his own mind. And even though he didn't win every game, he already knew if he stayed faithful to the process, if he kept doing what he had to do, he's going to overcome the challenge no matter what it is. Challenges are a part of the journey. And the thing is, like, I'm really still talking to myself. I gotta start seeing challenges. We gotta start seeing challenges as opportunities of growth and not obstacles and obstructions, but as stepping stones. Because if every plan always went perfectly how you planned it, you wouldn't be who you are today. A lot of the challenges that we faced have built us. I'm not gonna lie to you. That wasn't the first time I faced challenge or the first time I faced adversity, but I saw God move in my life in a different way. I saw God put uncommon favor on my life. Like there's testimonies I have of things and like people around me just like, bro, you're just blessed, bro. And I'm just like, bro, I can't explain it. It's just God. Like, why are you so smart? Why you this? Why you this? Bro, it's not even that. It's just God, bro. It's literally just God. And so if you didn't get anything else from me, right? A challenge isn't bad, but it's actually good. A challenge isn't an obstacle, but it's actually an opportunity. Opportunity for what? An opportunity for God to show you something else. An opportunity for you to grow. An opportunity for another level. The Bible says if we're to share in his glory, we have to share in his suffering. And that's a part of the process. The challenge is a part of the process. And the challenges are good, not bad. Next time you face a challenge, I want you to take a step back like, yo, how amazing or how great will my life become if I'm able to overcome this too? Start looking at it like, yo, how can I use this to my advantage? How can God use this to really show up? Because like think about the disciples on the boat, bro. Like, and we gonna wrap up soon, but it's really hitting me right now. Think about the disciples on the boat. Like they were on a boat. Jesus was on the boat. Who told them to go across the river? Who sent them? And it happened twice where they were on a boat and they went to a storm. Who sent them both times? Jesus. And look at it. He sent them on a journey in the boat. Jesus was in the boat resting. He was at peace. The Prince of Peace was embodying peace while they're going through the storm. He wasn't ignorant of the storm, but he wasn't moved by it. And he was just like, yo, y'all have a little faith. If y'all believe in me, y'all know, if y'all knew who I was, I know I have authority over this. Y'all know this can't stop us. And then the second time, he said, I'm going to go across. I'm going to meet you on the other side. Right? He sent them. The storm came. They were frantic. They were panicking. Who met them in the middle of who met them in the middle of the sea? Was it not Jesus? Jesus not only met them in the middle of the sea, Jesus called them to walk in the faith, to walk on water. He Jesus called them into a place of authority that what they because you don't understand, they're like, oh, you're walking on water. What's the whole significance of the water? If the storm is happening, the waters are trembling, that the wind, what's eventually going to happen? What's the fear? That the boat is going to break, turn over, whatever, and we're going to drown. But Jesus walks on water, demonstrating his authority over the water, over the challenge, over the fear, direct authority over the fear. Do you know what I'm saying? And he calls them to walk in that same authority by faith in him. So the challenge that you're seeing, God has authority over those challenges, and God's calling you to a level of faith where you walk on top of those challenges. Because I'm telling you, when you first got on a bike, you might have fallen, you might have scraped your knee, you might have scraped your elbow, whatever. But I promise you today, you're not scared to ride on no bikes. You're not scared of falling. Even if you do fall, you're gonna get right back up and keep going. Why? Because you know that fall is not going to stop you. That might be a challenge, but you have authority over the challenges. So any challenge that you face is an opportunity to build you. Cause bro, hear me, bro. The storm that the disciples faced, Jesus showed he had authority over them. The direct fear of what would happen as a result of the storm, as a result of the storm, Jesus also demonstrated he had authority over that too. So the thing that's causing you the challenge and the result you think that the challenge is going to cause, he has authority over it. So let's stop looking at challenges as stoppages because they're not. Their challenges can catapult you and be catalytic to the next level God's trying to take you to. That's why he sent you there. That's why he called you there. That's why he placed you in that place because he knew you were going to face a challenge, and that challenge is going to require a greater devotion out of you. That challenge is going to require a deeper level in you. That challenge might humble you because when you humble yourself, he can lift you up. But sometimes we're too proud, so God has to allow the challenges to humble us, to open our eyes. I'm telling you, like if certain things did not happen to me, I would never have changed the way I thought. So I love y'all. I really do. I really want y'all to understand that whatever you see somebody succeeding, whenever you see somebody doing something great, whenever somebody does anything, even if it's terrible, there was a challenge for them to do that. There's always challenges when we record, bro. I'm not gonna lie. There's always one thing or another, and it's very annoying. However, those challenges aren't gonna stop this podcast from coming out. I'm telling you, those challenges that you face aren't gonna stop you either. They can't, they don't have the power to stop you because God put the power in you through Jesus to overcome them. And He's allowing you to use them to your elevation. Like when He says, my enemies will become a footstool, my enemies will become my footstool. I think that's what He said. I might be combining verses, but don't quote me. But enemies will be your footstool. So depression will be your footstool. Anxiety will be your footstool. Poverty will be your footstool. You're going to trample on top of that. I love y'all so much. And honestly, I want to have this conversation even more. Let's just talk about the challenges that we face. Comment below. I know on YouTube, comment below the different challenges that you face and let's talk about it. I'm actually coming out with something. It's it's gonna be it's a secret. I don't know when I'm gonna launch it, but it's a space. It's a space for us to connect. It's a space for us to interact. Stay tuned because I want to have these conversations. I want to know the challenges that you face, and let's believe God together. Let's build our faith with one another to overcome these challenges that have no power to stop you. I really love y'all. I'm gonna keep telling y'all till whenever, till that kingdom come. Thank you so much for being a part of the Parable Tour. Thank you so much for being a part of the Parable Podcast. Share, like, comment, subscribe. I want to hear all your thoughts. I want to hear all your opinions. I believe in you. Like the only reason I'm doing this is because I believe in you. If nobody's ever told you this, I believe in you. That thing that you're facing will not stop you. You will overcome it in the name of Jesus. There's nothing that you will come across that you do not have authority over. God will show you exactly how you're supposed to elevate and go over every obstacle in your way. That dream, that vision, it will come to pass. It is guaranteed. The promise is guaranteed. Hold on to the promise giver and watch what he does in your life. Please just share the testimony of how you overcame that challenge, how God overcame that challenge through you, because there's other people sitting in their challenges thinking it's the end when it's only the beginning. I love y'all. I'm going to catch you on the next episode. Peace.